afternoon, we'll be discussing fixed assets management. I have assigned the finance team with a different role for fixed asset. So please switch to fixed asset management role. QT fixed assets management. So for NetSuite fixed assets process, it's subdivided into three main processes. First is asset creation. Second is asset proposal and depreciation. And then next is other asset transactions such as disposals and revaluation. By default, there's only one role, which is fixed asset management, who can access all of these functionalities. But we can also assign it to different or a specific person. Let's say for one person from finance will access the fixed asset management. Okay. So this is the workflow for fixed asset life cycle in NetSuite. First is we create our requisition. So from PO. After that, of course, we have our PO approval. Finance team will convert those POs into vendor bills. And there are actually two types of POs, right? And I know for our purchasing department, they will be using item type. Other PO type is the expense. So for the PO, we have created non-stock items for fixed assets, which is tagged or linked to your fixed assets account. Okay? We use those non-stock items when we purchase fixed assets. So we have created one for office equipment, one for computers, furniture and fixtures. So those active accounts in your GL for fixed assets, we created a non-inventory item. So later I'll show you. Those items will be used for your purchase order, convert to vendor bill. And then once NetSuite detects that GL account for fixed asset is used, it will propose fixed assets. It will propose if those are valid as fixed assets. And finance team can do approval for those proposals. So you can either reject those proposals or approve those proposals. Once you approve, you can generate the asset or create an asset record. And of course, if assets are already in the system, it will be tagged to the specific asset class, which determines the depreciation method, okay? And of course, the useful life. Now, NetSuite will already help you to calculate the depreciation schedule. So you just need to run your depreciation every month. And other asset transactions are asset disposal, either by write-off or by sale. And then you also have asset revaluation, either impairment loss or gain, revaluation gain. And we will show you the asset reports, so how to generate the asset reports. So I'll just go through the whole process and then I'll give you time to do some answers. Okay. I will start with my vendor bill. So create vendor bill for purchase of our fixed asset. I know you have given me the list of your fixed asset last Monday, but I have no time to import already. I was expecting it last Friday. Yeah. So, same thing, vendor bill, you just type in your reference number, select the vendor. So let's say, so we have expense type and item. So for fixed asset, we created already a non-stock. So let's say office equipment. Quantity of asset that you will purchase. So let me just open the item to see that it is tagged to fixed asset account. Alright. Let's see. The description will become the asset description. So I'll just indicate here office. And then rate an amount. Let's say this is. So for our vendor bill, GL impact is we debit the fixed asset, and then of course credit payable. But in our fixed asset register, the asset is not yet recorded. So what we need to do for finance is you have to go to the asset proposal page. So fixed asset transactions, asset proposal. Select the specific asset type. Asset type refers to the asset class, which is equivalent to your active fixed asset accounts. So what NetSuite does is it will actually list down all vendor bills or even journal entries that has the tagging for the fixed asset GL account. So what we do for the opening balances, we reject those that are already in the trial balance so that it will not appear in the proposal. proposal is completed, I'll just go back to my asset proposal page. And from here, you will see the relevant vendor bill that has the fixed asset. Okay? So you can further edit. If we look at the asset lifetime, it is defaulted to 60. So our setup for office equipment asset type is we have a 60 asset lifetime. But you can always edit and change the useful life if you need to. One back. And then save. For all, you put one. So after updating, you can generate the asset. Generate asset means it will create a specific asset record and system will give you the fixed asset numbering. It's a system generated. It will start with FAM. Each transaction or process will always queue in this page. Depreciation schedule is also being created after the asset has been created or been generated. So before we look at the depreciation schedule and while waiting for it, we can look at our asset types. We have 7 asset types. And if we look, for example, for office equipment, you can see we indicated already the default asset lifetime. And we're using straight line remaining as the accounting method for depreciation. Under your accounts, so this is tagged to your chart of accounts, write off, write down, and our disposal account. So the asset and its depreciation schedule will be created. If we now look at our list of assets, so fixed asset listing, I'll just filter by So this was the asset generated for my vendor bill, and you will see asset status is new. When you start depreciation, it will become depreciating. Other asset status are disposed and fully depreciated. So let's view the record, and you will see from here the source document as well. So you will see vendor bill related to this. So parent transaction, so it comes from vendor bill. Our depreciation rule has two types in NetSuite, either acquisition or disposal. When we say acquisition, the depreciation will start on the month of your acquisition. And then disposal means that it will start depreciating the following month. To see the depreciation schedule, go to history, and then click on view. So one receivable value. So our depreciation rule is acquisition. So it will start depreciation on the month of acquisition, which is July. So July 31.
So this one you want to calculate, right?
Questions?
Because the formula field, right? I can.
You can fixed asset list. Go to fixed assets, list assets.
There should be a possibility. We check.
And then you can go to the recently created asset.
They created total cost, which is quantity into the given line. So it's a formula field. But then when you put the commercial,
Click on view.
the formula field doesn't come.
Under depreciation history tab. Click on view again. And it will open up this history or schedule.
Student amount is total revenue minus
Depreciation history tab. Click on view. Yes. So you'll see all expected depreciation. Please try to create vendor bill, then do the asset proposal and asset generation. So then we can do the asset depreciation together. Please try to create vendor bill. Go to the vendors. Vendors, and then purchases. Enter vendor. vendor bill and then use the item
3 เจ้าแล้วพี่
computer equipment
เด็กไม่ได้ฟังจะขอวงเงินร่วมที่จะทำสลิปมาใหม่แล้วคุณไม่อนุมัติเลยว่าคุณจะเอาเท่าไหร่แล้วก็รีเจ็คไม่ให้เด็กทำใหม่แล้ววนมาหาหน่อยเนี่ย3 รอบแล้ว
เห็นเบอร์เดิมอะ
แต่ต้องวนเวียนอยู่กับเขาอยู่อย่างเงี้ยถ้าส่งมา3 เจ้าเป็นอย่างนี้ทั้งหมด3 เจ้าต้องทำทีละ2 ครั้งพี่แต๊กทำไมไม่โปรเซสตั้งแต่ตัวเองอ่ะว่าจะขอเพิ่มมาเลยแล้วได้ไฟนอลตั้งแต่มานั่งประเมินเอกสารเนี่ยวนมาใหม่แล้ว
เห็นไม่ดีต่อไปต่อมาเลยนะเจ้าเดิม
If they don't want to do it, if it's not possible, they can do it business.
ถ้าทีเขาขอเงินเครดิตมาไม่ต้องทำอะไร
Yes, but the system they don't have the commercial budget for RTC.
Yeah, that's right.
Any complicated work and source.
ขอเสร็จที่ให้ตรงนี้พี่เขาไม่ได้ทำไปรีเจ็คของตัวเองรีเจ็คเองแล้วก็ทำบนของเราเหมือนเดิมคุณก็สามารถแล้วก็ไปรีเจ็คของแล้วก็ไปตั้งเรื่องมาเป็นเองที่นั่นคือ
So let me see the process.